Coming up on DITV, the University of Iowa LGBTQ Resource Center is changing its name. Stay tuned to find out why.
And the University of Iowa held an open forum for the last executive vice president on Thursday. Find out more later.
2 cities, 2 games, 1 night. See how Hawkeye Hoops fared last night in sports.
This freezing rain and winter sleet has caused some injuries. Find out more on weather.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV.
Do not go anywhere. DITV starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Declan Levy.
And I'm Jacob Gunther. The University of Iowa LGBTQ Resource Center has been renamed to the Pride Alliance Center. The reason for the Resource Center had its name changed is to increase inclusivity. There was also an issue with the Pride Alliance Center being confused with the LGBTQ clinic. The student staff at the Pride Center had received a couple harassing phone calls before the name change. The University of Iowa is following the trend that other Big Ten schools are doing and moving away from the LGBTQ acronym.
An open forum was held Thursday afternoon to hear from the final University of Iowa Executive Vice President and Provost candidate, Montserrat Fuentes. Fuentes is a first-generational immigrant to the United States and a first-generation college student. She claims her main priority as provost would be bringing similar opportunities to education to others. In regards to how she plans to lead the UI into the future, Fuentes said she hopes to work with the 4 core pillars: addressing community and societal problems, producing skilled professionals, global engagement, and fiscal organization. For more information on Fuentes and other Provost finalists, visit thedailyiowan.com.
A bill on gun legislation is moving through the Iowa House and Senate. This would grant permit holders in Iowa the ability to carry concealed weapons on school grounds while transporting people or items to or from. Representative Matt Winchell introduced a similar bill in the Iowa House on Wednesday that would allow people to carry a firearm in the parking lots and sidewalks of schools, inside county courthouses, and locked in a car outside of workplaces. Winchell said, quote, "The bill clarifies where law-abiding citizens can and cannot carry throughout the state. For a long time, we've had these imaginary lines that have been arbitrarily drawn," end quote. David Wilkerson, the Government Relations Director for School Administrators of Iowa, filed a lobbyist declaration against the bill shortly after it was introduced. He said allowing firearms on school grounds could be troublesome in a dire situation.
Well, Jacob, with all this cold weather, I'd almost wish that there was just snow on the ground.
Oh, I know. I'd take a snowy evening over an icy disaster any day. But we have here Dylan in the weather studio to tell us more about what you can expect.
Thanks, Jacob and Declan. Yes, we do have some snow on the way, but more on that later. As you can see, this last week, we've had a ton of winter sleet and freezing rain come down. Here in South Kansas City, Missouri, there was a school bus driving on a very slick road. Now, you'll see here, unfortunately, this bus takes a bit of a tumble. This led to 3 injuries for some school kids. Other schools in Missouri, Kansas, and other areas of the plain have been canceled due to this freezing rain and sleet that makes these roads dangerous. Officials warn all drivers to stay off these ice-covered highways. Now, as we look here locally in Iowa City today, we have a temperature of 4 degrees this morning with 20-mile-per-hour winds, so the real field temperature is much colder than that. Now, as we look into tonight, we'll have clear skies and our temperature of 5 degrees, and those winds tone down a bit. The winds are only at like 4 miles per hour or so, so it'll be a fairly nicer evening than this morning. Now, as we look into our extended 5-day forecast for the week and beyond, you can see up here we got some snow coming. As I mentioned today, we have those 20-mile-per-hour winds, and our low tonight, late tonight, will get down to -2 degrees. Now as we move on to Saturday, we have partly cloudy skies with our high of 24 degrees and a low of 18. So fairly nice temperature Saturday with 0% chance of snow. As we move to Sunday, our chances of snow go up. We have a 70% chance of snow coming down with our high at around 27 degrees and our low in the low teens. Monday brings cloudy skies with our highest high of the week at around 32 degrees and our low in the mid-20s. Finally, on Tuesday, we have an 80% chance of snow showers coming down with our high at around 29 degrees and our low at around 10 degrees there, right there. Well, looks like we got some snow coming up. Hopefully this freezing rain doesn't stick so it won't slip your cars. Jacob and Declan, back to you guys at the desk.
Some terrifying footage. Thank you, Dylan. Panera Bread is opening a new space in the Old Capitol Mall right in the heart of the Iowa City downtown district. Located on the first floor next to the Buffalo Wild Wings, this will be the 4th restaurant the bakery franchise has built in the Iowa City and Coralville area. I went to find out what you can look forward to.
Panera Bread, a bakery-styled food chain, is coming to the Old Capitol. The opening will allow a variety of food options, fresh baked bagels, and hot coffee easily accessible to UI students. I spoke to Alexis Fagan, who said that the decision was made not too long ago.
We got told about it about a few months ago. It's just a new one that they're building, and they're going to connect it kind of with Freddy's.
A steakhouse and milkshake destination, Freddy's will be opening adjacent to Panera. Collaboration between the two businesses could bring an atmosphere unlike any other in the downtown area. But will the new environment change Panera's serving operations? I asked Alexis if they plan to incorporate the self-serve devices at the new location. She had this to say.
I'm assuming almost all of our Paneras have those. We're going to have delivery there. I'm not sure about catering, probably though, because most of the ones around here do.
Sounds like what's good at Panera is on its way, giving students yet another place to socialize before, after, and outside of class. In Iowa City, Jacob Gunther, DITV News.
Construction has begun on location, but the restaurant's grand opening date has yet to be released.
The Iowa City Police and Fire Department have recently been supporting their first responders in a new way to unwind: float therapy. The owners and operators of the Iowa Recovery Room, Patrick Creer, said float therapy is a form of relaxation where a person soaks in water and 750 pounds of diluted Epsom salt. The therapy allows participants to disconnect and unwind since they don't have their cell phones during the float. However, they can listen to music. The Iowa Recovery Room, which opened in March of 2018, also offers a sauna in addition to having sensory deprivation tanks. Creer said the first responders have been, quote, benefiting greater over the past few weeks because of the float therapy, and it has allowed them to sleep well, end quote. For more on this story, go to dailyiowan.com. Well, just a big night in basketball for the Hawkeyes, both men's and women's.
Yeah, I really wish I could have gone to both, but unfortunately it's impossible since they're in 2 different locations. But we have Zach in the sports studio to tell you more.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, the Iowa men's basketball team took an eastward hike to Bloomington to throw down with a Hoosier team fresh off a road win over Michigan State. Iowa started off things with the pass from Luka Garza to Tyler Cook down low to put Iowa on the board. But Indiana fans wouldn't be dancing much longer as Jordan Bohannon sealed the deal with the Hawks with this ice-cold 3 to help Iowa take this one 77-72.
Yeah, we just tried to come out and shoot it with confidence. We knew the atmosphere here was going to be tough. It's a road game. We haven't played well on the road, so we knew they were going to give us everything they had. They're coming off a huge win against Michigan State, so we just tried to come out here, play confident. And when you see the first one go in, it gives you confidence when you're taking the next one.
You know, even though Luka got in foul trouble, he came in and gave us some great minutes, great energy. Same thing with Ryan. Ryan was great defensively. Joe hit some big shots for us. You know, everybody pitched in, from the beginning of the game to the end of it. And, of course, Jordan hit a couple big shots and hit some free throws to kind of seal the win for us. So it was a great team effort tonight.
Now Tyler Cook is the master of the understatement by casually saying that Jordan Bohannon hit some big shots in free throws. DITV Sports Director Lucy Rodin has more on Bohannon's season-high night.
Against Indiana, Jordan Bohannon scored Iowa's final 11 points and had a season-high night that silenced the crowd. Literally.
When he hit that 1-3 and then he shifts the crowd, I was laughing.
Just another day at the office for him. So, I think this is a really fun place to play, and when you're playing here, you got to enjoy these moments while you can. I mean, I had a lot of fans on the sideline that were talking crap to me the entire game, and I just kept playing my game like I always have my entire life, and just let the game come to me. And I was fortunate to have some plays go in my hand and get the ball in my hand late game, and did what I've always been since I've been here, just trying to make some big shots towards the end of the game.
It wasn't just his sharp shooting night from three that sealed the win for Iowa, but also his ability to make free throws down the stretch when they mattered most.
And with the game on the line, you might wonder what was going through Jordan Bohannon's mind when he went up to shoot those final free throws. Balloons.
I mean, there's a lot of balloons in the crowd, so I was kind of distracted a little bit.
But clearly, the distractions didn't faze him.
Reporting from Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, Lucy Rodine, DITV Sports.
Well, Jordan wasn't too distracted by those balloons, but it definitely looks like Lucy was. Meanwhile, in Iowa City, the women's basketball team had their rematch against Michigan State after suffering a tough loss earlier this season. The Hawks started off fast with Megan Gustafson scoring in the paint with ease. No matter what the Spartans did, they didn't have an answer for Gustafson under the basket. Even when she wasn't on the floor, the Hawks were able to keep the momentum. Monica Sinanu puts the moves on the Spartans to get the bucket. The Hawks also found success behind the arc. Kathleen Doyle hits the deep jumper to seal the deal for Iowa, 86-71.
You know, what can I say about Megan? You know, just another amazing performance. 71% shooting, 14 rebounds.
The people that I'm playing against start getting in foul trouble, they start to hesitate. And that's when, I guess, kind of smell blood in the water and you just kind of go after it.
Proud of our women and their effort tonight. Their focus was amazing. We did some different things. We were switching up defenses. Their communication was terrific.
Now it's no surprise to Hawkeye fans when I say Gustafson dropped a clean 41 points and 14 boards last night. We had DITV women's basketball beat reporter Natalie Acapedi has more on the Phenoms' latest phenomenon.
In late December, number 21 ranked Michigan State gave Iowa their first Big Ten loss of the season.
We really feel like we let that game slip through our fingers. We were up at half, and it's always tough to win on the road, but that's no excuse, and we just really wanted to come into this game locked in and get the job done.
But Iowa was determined to keep their home record undefeated as they took down the Spartans 86-71.
You come against a top 25 team and you lead the whole game, I think that's pretty impressive to win every quarter. We did some different things. We were switching up defenses. Their communication was terrific.
There were three keys to Iowa's success tonight: Megan, a ball, and a hoop. Nothing new here as Megan scored almost 50% of Iowa's points tonight with a total of 41 points, shooting 70% from the field.
Tonight, I think you saw the best post player in the Big Ten and one of the best in the United States of America.
Coach Bluter is probably right as the stats tell it all. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Natalie Acapedi, DITV Sports.
The Hawks will be back in action on Sunday when they travel to Columbus to take on Ohio State. But that's all I have for you in sports today. Declan and Jacob, take it away.
It's Friday, and that means it's time for the ICAC Animal of the Week. This is reserved for that one special animal at the Iowa City Animal Care and Adoption Center who's ready to meet their new family.
This week's furry friend is Lulu. Lulu is a 2-year-old Maltese mix who is looking for a new home to call her own. She's best in both worlds. She can be playful and active, but also enjoys quiet nights and watching movies. Lulu gets along with the children and is willing to take over as guard dog who will alert you to any dangers to you, your children, and your home with prompt barking. Lulu is the perfect addition to your home.
For more information about Lulu, check out the ICAC website, call the phone number, or just give them a visit.
Thank you for tuning in to this Friday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news.
And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out the print edition on newsstands right now. For DITV, I'm Declan Levy.
And I'm Jacob Gunther. Have a great day, Iowa City.